Is it? Are we going? We're going.
Okay. Right. Hi guys, welcome to the Fate Extella chat. I'm here with Mike and John from Marvelous Europe, and we're going to take a look at the upcoming Fate Extella. We're going to look a bit at the gameplay, we're going to talk a bit about what the game's about, and I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, so this is Fate Extella the Umbral Star, the sequel to Fate Extra.
Or if you live in Japan, Halation, Star Moon Phase, Next Frontier from Fate Extra.
Yep. This indeed is a Japanese build from Tokyo Game Show, and we're going to be running through it with you. It will, of course, be in Japanese, but we'll point out the things that are going on and sort of give you some more information about the game as we proceed.
This is, of course, being translated by Exceed and subtitled into English.
Yes.
Just to make that clear.
Yeah, so go ahead and we'll start the game.
Let's dive in. So we obviously wanted to show off the latest characters that Japan's shown off
Right.
and have playable.
So this is a Saber or Arturia
Pendragon.
Yep.
That's the one.
From Fate Stay Night.
Yep, so very recognizable to fans of Fate. And we also, in this demo, we also have Iskandar. There he is there.
There we are.
So this game has 16 characters in total that are playable.
We'll be running through the demo twice, playing as each character.
Yeah.
So let's do that. Let's start with Arturia.
And this is our enemy on this stage.
Awesome.
Okay.
That's just a little bit in Japanese saying you're about to experience the best thing in your whole life.
Yep.
You must buy this game.
Okay, so can you tell us a bit about how Fate Extella plays then? I mean, it plays very differently to Fate Extra and any other game in the Fate franchise, right? So
Yeah, that's correct. So this is this game in the Fate Extella the Umbral Star is very action focused, whereas Fate Extra was very much turn-based JRPG sort of combat.
The first action game in the Fate franchise, isn't it?
Yeah.
Should we talk about a little bit what's going on here?
Yeah.
So
This is the map of the level we're in at the moment. This level has been specially made for this for the demo. The green square markers you see on the map, that's our current battle objective. And our aim in this to complete the stage is to collect all the regime keys, 15 to be precise. And if you see at the top of the screen, these have got the bar, the blue and the red. Once we get all the keys, we unlock the regime matrix.
You'll also notice the timer there. That's just for the demo. That wouldn't be in the real game.
Yeah.
So, should we? Yeah. So you can see the characters filling up on the right hand of the screen.
Yeah. So as you kill or destroy the smaller enemies, it fills up the bars on the right hand side of the screen. This will spawn the aggressors. And the aggressors control each sector, and each sector has a variable amount of them. There they are there.
So there's one there.
So if we kill all 4 aggressors that are opposing us now, then we will control this sector, and this will allow us to move on. Combat in the game, sort of a mix of light and heavy attacks with the Saber class, and you use a variable amount of abilities, depending on the amount of heavy attacks and light attacks you mix together.
All right, there we go. So I've just taken this sector.
Yeah.
And we'll see a bit of story.
So Medusa isn't too happy that we're killing her forces just so easily. So she's decided to empower her allies.
Right. So now we've seen that, I will want to move on to the next area, if I can.
Yep. There we go.
So how do you do that dash travel thing then? What's that?
Okay, so between sectors, you just you press the button on the prompt on screen and you'll fly forward. But you can also dash at any time by tapping R1.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I'll pull off an Extella maneuver.
Okay, yeah, good idea.
Extella maneuvers, they take out quite a large proportion of smaller enemies.
So what's this attack here that's going
so
on then?
this Extella maneuver, you can see underneath the HP, there's a gauge there which is now empty. As you fight, you build up small little pips, which you consume using that attack. Every pip is an extra combo in the attack, and that took out the stage of enemies there before they reappeared.
So they're kind of like a special attack, but just like a mid-range special attack. Sort
Yeah. So the Extella maneuvers are great for taking out smaller enemies and getting the aggressors to spawn.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's another sector under our control.
Very happy with how that went.
So we're now in the second area of our battle objective. We need to clear all 3 areas that are, well, now 2 areas that are highlighted in green in order for us to control or get rid of Medusa's effects.
Okay.
It's nice because I can recognize this stage from Fate Stay Night, so it's really great for fans of all kinds of games from the franchise. Because you've got characters from Zero, from Fate Stay Night, even characters from Grand Order and Apocrypha, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, they're really pulling from all different the Fate franchise all around to fill up the character roster here, and obviously the locations as well. You may recognize.
Yeah. Plenty of stages in the main game. They all look very different. Japanese.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to transform here.
Yeah, you counted.
Did I?
There you go. So this is your enhancement gauge. Upon using this, Sabre's Excalibur weapon appears in full form. This increases your attack, allows you to attack a bit faster, and in general, just it's a good ability to have on the field.
Yeah, I'm going to mop up these aggressors as fast as I can.
You can see there, you might have seen just for a moment there was an item on the field. As you fight, you do receive items.
Are those the items up in the top left there? Are those kinds of items, or are they different types?
Yeah, the items on the field are completely different to the top left.
Okay.
The top left, you can see the D-pad there.
Yeah.
That is the code cast.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just broke a stage prop there, and that gave me a health item. So there's items like that as well.
Yeah. So this here is Lu Bu.
We don't want to take him out at the moment, do we? He's going to be too strong for us.
Yeah, he's strong anyway, but right now he's empowered by Medusa, so he's even worse than usual.
I want to take out some of these aggressors though.
Yeah.
I'll try and do that so he doesn't start moving around, taking other sectors. Want to make him work for as much as he can.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so you've taken out them aggressors. Now he's the last aggressor in the area, and we can't really deal with him right now. So we're going to quickly move on.
We're going to go and dispel the magic,
back to him later.
protecting him.
Yeah. He's on our list, don't worry.
Right. Dashing's pretty.
So I'm looking at the map here, and all these ones that are flashing blue, are they the ones that we've conquered?
Yeah, the blue ones we now control.
Yeah.
So this here is a red area, but this is the last area we need for.
Okay.
There's our Excalibur again.
I heard you can use the Noble Phantasms at some point in this game, right? How does that work?
You can, yeah. So in the next 3 areas, we will pick up items called Phantasm Circuits, which will allow us to use these special attacks. Now, in some cases, they might not always be on the field. Sometimes bosses will hold them, and the enemies will attempt to use their Noble Phantasm. But if you interrupt it, then you'll, steal that Phantasm Circuit, and then you can retaliate.
That's really useful because nobody wants to receive an enemy's Noble Phantasm.
No.
That's actually a little trick for round behind us in the other demo. That's how you get the last circuit.
Yeah.
Oh,
when you're fighting Tamamo.
The demo on the wall behind us, behind the wall, it's tuned a lot more difficult than this current build. This is quite easy, but the game does have varying difficulties.
The playable demo back there as well. It's a different stage to this, isn't it? You play as Nero?
Yeah, that's correct. I'm going to sneeze,
right.
sorry.
Okay.
It's got away. Yeah, you play as Nero Claudius.
She's one of the 3 protagonists, right? Can you tell us a bit about the protagonists?
Yeah, so there's 3 main storylines in the game. You play as Nero Claudius, Tamamo no Mei, and Altera. They're the 3 main characters.
Okay.
But along with that, you also have side stories for all the other servants that are in the game.
Oh, right.
And as well as free battles as well, which you can do at any time. So like repeating stages you might like, or trying hard modes. So yeah, we've just got rid of Medusa's empowering effects on her allies, and so now we're free to take out Lu Bu.
Okay.
So let's go and do that.
And when we take out Lu Bu, Medusa herself should show up, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll bring her up hiding then.
Yeah.
But before I do that, I just want to take out this new type of enemy called a plant.
Yep.
And as you can see, it's generating aggressors like no one's business.
Yeah. So it keeps producing aggressors, and you really need to take out the plant before you can take over the area.
You can just about see on the map a directional line of where the plants are sending aggressors. So they will start to take over other sectors.
Yeah, the enemies don't lie still. They'll also be on the offensive, looking to take over the areas you've just conquered as well. And in the demo behind us, on the other side, the enemies in that build are very aggressive, and you'll find that they'll push you quite hard, and they'll take the areas you conquered.
Right. So that's this area done with. But we'll just collect this item.
This
we
is
were
the
talking about earlier.
this is the Phantasm Circuit we mentioned. So you've seen the bottom left now. We now have 1 out of 3.
So we'll grab that.
Feel free to go. Yep, you're gonna go
I
Lubu.
think we're going to go back, defeat Lubu.
Okay. Yeah.
Even though that plant is it's sending enemies currently
Yeah.
to another area.
So
I don't like it.
I noticed on that key bar at the top, we're obviously gaining more keys, but the enemy are gaining more keys as well, right?
Yeah. So.
It's constant struggle for who has which sector. Is that going to continue when we're against Medusa, or will that be like a final stage where the enemy can't take it back?
The enemy can still take sectors, but they're a lot less aggressive at that point in the game. We've unlocked the regime matrix, so I guess they sort of lose their motivation to conquer the stage. So now Lubu here is he's worth a lot of keys. He's worth like 6.
I think I'm going to need a bit of help. So I'm going to use an item.
I guess the strength of an enemy kind of affects how many keys they can give you, right?
Yeah. Why don't you use the Moondrive transformation?
Yeah. Let's do that.
So this is our Moondrive transformation. So now this increases our attack, our defense, makes us a lot more powerful, and we can make short work of Lubu.
Indeed.
Yeah, this is the new Fate Extella that's coming out soon.
Yeah.
Alright, there we go.
There we go, Lubu's down.
That was a nice little takedown.
Yeah, there's some health in that, just to replenish anything lost.
Okay.
Okay, now we control the regime matrix, which means Medusa will show up very shortly.
Okay.
I'll wait for the cutscene.
You're gonna go.
Yeah.
And around down. Yeah.
You see my plan.
Yeah, I do.
Too well.
Yeah. So this here shows us unlocking the regime matrix, which allows us to then travel through the world of Seraph.
Sometimes it's different. Sometimes you will summon a portal to then progress to a boss instead of the boss coming to you. But custom stage.
So she's attacking us this time. But in other times, for example, the first stage of the main game, you will go to a separate arena to fight the boss of that stage.
I'm just going to take this off. Take this out.
As you can see, there's a lot more aggressors in this area.
So now we've got 2 plants in 2 of the sectors. And many, many more aggressors to deal with. So that area is getting very powerful. Cut that down to size a little bit. Yeah. We'll move on. I'm going to get the second of the Phantasm circuits. There it is, directly in front of me. Let's grab that.
Okay, so we just need 1 more of those and then we can activate the Noble Phantasm, right?
Yeah, that's correct,
Okay. So, as well as the Noble Phantasm, you've got the different abilities and they're different for each character, right?
Yeah, that's correct, yeah. Saber actually has a sort of a lighter Noble Phantasm, the same sort of ability that she has at the end of her square combo.
Right.
So Medusa's in this area now and we're going to take her on.
Yeah.
Feel free to use your code
I'm
cards.
going to get that. Yeah, I was waiting for a good moment to show that off. So I think it's a good time with Medusa.
Yeah, so you can see in the top left we have the D-pad, and that's the code cast system. And abilities are mapped to this D-pad based on the equipment you're currently wearing.
And this shows the relationship between the master and the servant. So as soon as I press a skill, you'll see him pop up on the screen briefly. So there he is, just on the left.
Okay.
Yep. So now we have a defense bonus.
Now I've got a bit of a shield, so I feel a bit better about taking her head on.
That's really interesting because the master character kind of has less of a role in this game than in Extra, where you play as the master, right? But it's nice to have that little connection in there, even though you're playing as the servants directly.
Exactly.
Yeah. Between
Sorry, you go ahead.
Between the battles, there is like sort of visual novel sections where you talk with your servant and you choose options of dialogue, and you develop a relationship with them.
Okay. I think it's time to end this.
So we're going to use the Noble Phantasm.
We're going to use the Noble Phantasm. That's right.
Feel free to turn up the game music for this.
So this is Saber's Noble Phantasm. And it definitely looks like the big special move that you expect the Noble Phantasm to be. So
all of the servants, Noble Phantasms are absolutely amazing. Usually involving space, calling down meteors, you name it, it's in there.
I can't actually hear you. I'm so sorry. These headphones blocking out that sound.
Maybe Holly could translate.
So that's the end of the Saber stage.
So this is the results screen. We got total kills, max combo, damage taken, and total sectors. And that gives us an aggregate score.
So is A the highest rank we can get, or is there another?
As you can see there on max combo and damage taken, we have the EX rank, and that's higher than A rank. Yeah. So
EX for Extella.
Yeah. And here
excellent.
you see.
Oops.
Nope.
Sorry.
And here we have as you level up, you obtain more combos, more abilities, and in general become much more powerful.
That's right.
All right.
And we will just ignore that release date.
This is just part of this build. This isn't accurate.
Yeah, so this is the Japanese release date, the 10th of November. We'll talk about our release date at the end of the presentation. Yeah.
So we're going to run through this one more time.
Yep, we're going to quickly show you Iskandar.
So Iskandar's the rider class servant from Fate Zero. So I imagine he plays very differently to Saber, right?
Yeah, he's a lot more aggressive, and his code cast that he has in this build are very attack focused. And he can also create decoys and things like that.
Okay.
In general, his ability set is more heavy attacks than Saber.
I imagine is he a lot slower than Saber to kind of balance that out?
Yeah, he's slower, but he's also got a bit of less defense as well.
Okay.
But he's really great at just mowing down enemies.
Yeah.
Yep. Can summon his own personal army, not that he needs it.
No. Yeah, he can summon a horse, a chariot, anything.
Iskandar looks like a great character for just absolutely taking out loads and loads of enemies at a time.
And this is my favourite move. It's always good to have a horse.
Yeah. So we've got 2 aggressors left. And I feel like compared to Saber, we really are making short work of the stage.
Right, so that's that first stage taken completely already.
We just wait for the cutscene to start. There we go.
Yep. I think we can. We've seen this once before.
Let's skip this.
We'll skip through this. Nice selfie there.
So, yep, and onward we go. So you'll notice not all characters have enhancement gauges. It can vary, but he can generate his Extella maneuver and stuff like that a lot more quicker.
I'm going to pull off one of those now.
Nice.
Using the horse again.
He definitely does a lot of damage.
So that's a good 2,000 odd combo there. 2,742.
So that should summon pretty much all the aggressors, which it has.
Yep, and now we can easily take them out. We've already wiped out 977 enemies on this stage, and we've been on it for about a minute. So you'll notice as enemies get killed, you'll see that a little yellow text in the crystals that says QP. And that's your basically your experience points.
All right.
You can see it there, but it's also your sort of your currency as well. In terms of you use that to craft new mystic codes, which is the code cast in the top left.
Okay.
So you basically craft the armor that your master is wearing.
So you can kind of create items using that currency then.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. So and specifically the mystic codes are you unlock more as you progress through the game. You unlock more equipment, and they have like set code casts. So some code casts can be, attack up, defense up, decoy, but also change character and things like that. So in the main story, you have Nera Claudius, and one of her starting code casts is that she can switch with Archer. Because the team the characters split into 3 teams.
Okay.
So they will help each other out.
Oh. I'm forgetting to block there.
The only thing that kind of hasn't come up so far is any use of the master seals, the command seals, that is.
Yeah.
Should I do that in the next area?
Yeah, in the next screen area, we'll go ahead and then we'll show that. Yeah. Anyone familiar with the Fate franchise, you'll know what the command seals are.
Right.
So they basically allow the master to control the servant absolutely, and the servant cannot disobey.
Oops,
and then they can push a servant to their absolute limits when it comes to strength and speed and everything, can't they?
Yeah.
So I can imagine in a fighting game like this, being able to actually use a command seal would be a really useful function.
Exactly. So
not
that it will happen in the demo?
I was going to say, let's do something funny and try use the command seal and codecast positive, see if you can take out enhanced Lubu. but it might take too long.
Let's try that.
Okay.
So
here's the command seals.
not that will happen in the demo, but if you do lose all your health, then you can use the command seal in one of two ways. The first way is to recover your health. You can do that 3 times, or you can use all of it at once to become super powered. So
wow.
Depending how confident you are.
So what command seal? What did we just use then?
So we use all
of them
three
at once to
command
become
seals at
super
once.
powered.
Yeah.
Wow.
So now our Extella maneuver gauge is huge.
Cool. But he's still quite punishing. Let's get out of the
Use
corner.
that attack buff as well, Codecast.
And are these something you can kind of rebuild as the level goes? Can you recharge your command seals? Or is it just once per level you can use them?
Once per level, yeah.
I believe it's once per level. Right.
Well, at least it's once per level and not just once per story mode.
Yeah. So feel free. Use your Extella maneuver. I reckon that might hit.
I think I will do one, yeah.
Yeah. So we're being a little bit cheeky. We're deciding to take on Lu Bu while he's enhanced.
If anyone can do it whilst they've got full command seal,
yeah.
it'll be this guy.
And you've got your Moon Drive now as well.
Let's do it.
You can't block your attacks when you're in Moon Drive.
Let's do it.
Oh, he can.
He can block.
Yeah. I think he's in a sort of constant, perpetual state of Moon Drive himself right now. He's taking out half his HP already.
He's just taking it.
You can see we've got an ally fighting with us here.
Okay.
Li Shuwen, I believe, is his name.
Yep.
Oh.
And he's not doing too well. But
does he just run around the battle helping you out then?
So yeah, our allies have their own areas, and they're also moving areas and attempting to take
I need to get out of there.
locations.
Actually,
Okay, so we can see he's the one that we can see popping up, talking to us throughout the battle, right?
Yeah. So the game features all the original Japanese voice cast from the anime, and it has English subtitles in the English version of the game, obviously. And
managed to counter that attack.
I think it's might be the end for Li Shuwen there.
He'll be back. He'll be back. Let's try and finish him off with one of these moves. I hope it doesn't break the demo.
We've never tried this before.
Maybe we should move on just in case.
No, we could get
I don't
him.
know.
We've been here too long to let it go now.
So we actually managed to take out Lu Bu even before, before weakening him because we used the command seal.
So we've won the battle a little bit early. So you might want to go grab them Phantasm circuits quite quickly.
I'm glad the developers catered for that.
Just in case. Wrong way. Oh, you're going that way around.
I'm going the other way, yeah.
So now we're back to fighting Medusa, right?
Yep. And so you actually.
Can you see her spell is still active at this point?
Yeah, you actually haven't got rid of her spell yet.
So that just means there's a few ways.
Oh, she's not there. You need to.
Oh.
So you do need to finish.
Possibly.
Okay, so that's not a way of going around it.
We'll see what happens, I guess.
The learning curve.
We'll make sure to show off the Noble Phantasm before we do this.
We'll try.
Okay.
Should have just stuck to the script. We got too confident. It's too powerful.
Yeah.
Right, let's pick up some of these circuits. In any case, we will be able to show off the Phantasm.
Oh, that's good.
It is well worth it.
Ryder's Noble Phantasm's got to be one of the best.
As you can see, that command seal lasts quite a long time as well.
Yeah.
So we'll actually see what happens here.
She's
here.
here.
She
She does appear. Thank goodness.
You're going to have to nip by her and go grab that one in the other area.
Yes. Right. It's over there. Over here, I think.
Yep, there it is.
Right, that's that one.
Nice, nice.
And back. We're doing the demo in reverse.
Yep, and there it is on your left. And that's the third and final Phantasm circuit we need.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Right, we have them now.
So are we going to use that on Medusa?
We are.
That's a good plan.
We still have a command seal as well.
I'm gonna use the decoy as well. We haven't seen that yet, but so
John's going to press up on the D-pad.
She's pretty
Roiled in battle with someone else right now. Pay attention.
Pretty distracted already.
Do you have a one? Did you say you had a decoy you can use?
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
I'm gonna use it now, and you can just see it
See
hopping
it
off.
bouncing around there.
So is that?
Whether
That's
no,
Shichimato.
I think the other 7 is doing the work of the decoy for me anyway.
So
Oops.
if you hadn't got your Noble Phantasm, would that decoy would be a great way of keeping her busy while you went and got it, right?
Yeah.
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 Right, I think she is at sufficiently low health.
She is indeed. So now we can show you
to do this
the
now. While she's
the great Noble
distracted
Phantasm.
as
Enjoy.
This is great.
You might also know this character as Alexander the Great.
So he has his own massive army.
Yeah, Ryder is Alexander the Great, so this
Yeah.
is the reality marble, and he can just summon our whole army.
It's
And,
a little bit
and that did
overkill.
it.
And there we go.
I think that finished.
Stage clear.
Quick.
Stage clear.
He made pretty short work of that.
He did
Good
indeed.
stuff.
7 minutes.
8 minutes.
8 minutes, yeah.
Not bad.
We're going. So yeah,
All right.
Okay, so that's the end
Well,
of the demo stage, right?
end of the demo stage, yeah.
Okay.
So we'll quickly talk about release date and
Ignore this release
Ignore
date
this.
again.
we'll talk about release date and collector's edition. So you got on?
Let's
Cheers.
do that.
Yeah.
So can you tell us a bit about the collector's edition? It's the Moon Crux edition, right?
Yeah, that's correct. As you can
Oh,
see
here we go.
Hey. So it's for both for PS Vita and PS4. And the Moon Crux edition contains the fabric
Fabric cloth.
cloth.
We got a set of 16 art cards as well. Nice
Yeah.
premium plastic.
Double-sided plastic art cards. One of each servant.
There's a nice little surprise on the reverse.
Yeah, if you reverse them over and you do something in particular,
You
you'll,
might make a little picture if you put them in a certain order.
Yep. And we also have
And the hardcover art book.
yeah,
as well.
over 100 pages, and the hardcover
Wow.
art book.
And the art is beautiful.
Yep, and it also contains a bunch of text as well for the Fate fans who love the
All the
lore.
backstory. And
Yeah.
a very large, or large enough, presentation box.
Yep,
Okay.
it's the presentation box. Like,
Release date, January 2017.
It's not that far
Yep.
away now then.
yeah. Hopefully
No.
we can announce a release date soon. But yeah, at the moment we're just focusing on
just
January.
Okay.
Yeah,
Back to the office tomorrow.
yeah,
Get that
Okay.
sorted.
fun stuff. But yeah,
So that's it.
thank you
we
everyone
hope you've
for
enjoyed this.
thank you everyone for coming to watch.
空は赤く染まり星は燃えて溶け出す積み上げた日々など水に沈むこの葉のよう永遠の正義な